Welcome everyone to the True Shadow Hauntings channel. Today, I will tell you a chilling true story that happened to Lena. The way Lena told it, I am telling the story in that exact way. Hello everyone, I am Alina. Today I will tell you about a time when I was growing up in a secluded farmhouse in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The vast Mississippi River used to flow along the edge of our old town. Exactly 2 miles inside the river, right next to our farm, was a strange body of water, which the locals called Blackwater Lake. The lake was pitch black, and its water was ice cold. Hidden in the deep shadows of the dark forest, an ancient and blood-curdling folklore was spread from mouth to mouth among the people of Lanthanum Valley. I had gone from Nevada then to spend a few days at my elder sister Jennifer's house. Jennifer and her husband David used to live there peacefully with their 2 children, the eldest son Oren and the 7-year-old little girl Elowin, whom I loved like my own daughter. But ever since I arrived at Jennifer's house, I was receiving a strange warning from the neighborhood people. The local elders used to say that in that Blackwater Lake there lived the vampire of the deep, or a monstrous ghoul. They said this entity is no ordinary ghost. It basically drags anyone beautiful to the depths of the water and sucks every last drop of blood from their body, leaving the bloodless corpse to float. As a modern city girl, I simply used to laugh off these ancient myths. To me, it seemed these were stories made up to scare children. When David's sister warned me and said, "Alina, you are beautiful. If you get into that lake, that ghoul will catch you," then I had replied with a disdainful laugh, "All right, let me meet that lake monster first. Let me get introduced to him, and after that, I won't get in there anymore." The lake's water was so cold and calm that there was no way to understand by looking from the outside what terrible hunger lay hidden in its depths. Every year, 1 or 2 people in that area would reportedly disappear mysteriously, of whom even the divers could find no trace. That year, just 2 days before the spring break, we all decided to have a picnic by the lake and take a quick dip. Even though we had a washing machine, spending time in that crystal-clear cold water of the lake was a different kind of thrill. Jennifer's washing was almost done. I and our neighbors were standing in waist-deep water of the lake chatting. Just then, breaking that silence of Lanthanum Valley, a demonic scream drifted in. Our neighbor Sophia suddenly lunged out of the water onto the bank. Her face had turned white with fear. She was trembling violently and saying, "Something gripped my leg tightly under the water."
Look at these nail scratches!
Claw marks. Looking at Sophia's leg, our blood ran cold. Fresh blood was oozing out from deep gashes, turning the blue water of the lake red. While we were all trying to get onto the shore, just then, Jennifer let out a mad, agonizing cry.
Where is Elowin? Where is my Elowin?
Seeing Sophia's scream and those deep claw marks on her leg, a cold wave of fear ran through all of our bodies. While we were scrambling to get onto the bank of Blackwater Lake, at that very moment, our world turned upside down. Jennifer was looking around like a madwoman. Just a while ago, 7-year-old Elowin was playing in the shallow part of the water. But now, there is nothing there. Jennifer's agonizing cry began to echo through the pine forests of the entire Lanthanum Valley.
My sweetheart, where are you?
It seemed to us perhaps Angela had grabbed Sophia's leg out of fear of drowning, and Sophia, panicked, had kicked her away. But the lake water was so transparent that if someone drowned, their body should have been visible. Yet, when the divers went into the water, they reported there was no sign of anything beneath the surface. Even the local divers claimed there is something like a strange cave or tunnel at the bottom of the lake where the current is flowing in the opposite direction. From that afternoon onwards, heavy snowfall and rain began to break the sky. For 2 days, the police, Coast Guard, and local Red Cross volunteers searched the lake thoroughly. Drag nets were cast, powerful sonar cameras were used, but no trace of Elowen was found. Just when we all had given up hope, that startling incident happened. On the dawn of the 3rd day, when the entire Lanthanum Valley was covered in a blanket of fog, something white was seen in the middle of the lake. When Aaron and the local rescuers went near with a boat, what they saw was more terrifying than any nightmare. It was the lifeless body of little Elowen. But the strange thing is, if a child remains drowned in water for 2 days, their body is supposed to bloat or start decomposing. But Angela's body was perfectly normal, just as if she had only now fallen asleep. The most astonishing and informative thing was the color of her skin. Angela's natural fair complexion had changed, and her entire body had become stark white, like lime or marble stone. In the preliminary autopsy report, it was seen there was not a single drop of blood remaining in her body, as if her body's last drop of blood had been sucked out by some supernatural pump. Yet there were no cuts or large wounds on her entire body. Only near the neck were some subtle marks which did not match the teeth marks of any known animal. The local elders began to whisper, "The ghoul has fulfilled its quota of blood drinking." When modern science's forensic labs could find no reason for this bloodlessness, we realized that something lives in the depths of this lake which is beyond human logic.
When Angela's bloodless white body was recovered, a blanket of mourning spread across the entire Lanthanum Valley. Because no scientific explanation for the bloodlessness was found in the reports sent to the forensic lab, the local sheriff's office filed the case as unsolved. After completing Elowen's funeral, that very night, nature took on a demonic form. What happened was not just startling, but a rare and mysterious chapter in the geological history of the world. That night was intensely disastrous. When we were all sitting in that secluded farmhouse in Michigan, lighting candles in Angela's memory, towards midnight, the entire earth shook. It seemed to us perhaps a powerful tornado or a high-magnitude earthquake on the Richter scale had begun. But that tremor was not like an ordinary earthquake. It felt as if thousands of horses were galloping together underground. The houses were shaking like houses of cards. Furniture was crashing to the floor. A deafening, sharp sound was coming from the direction of that Blackwater lake, just as if someone or something was trying to tear through the earth and come out. We all looked down from the second-floor balcony in fear. It wasn't clear exactly what was happening in the dark, but that roar of the earth was shaking our souls. No one could sleep all night. When the morning light pierced through the fog and crashed into Lanthanum Valley, what we saw made us feel as if we had perhaps moved to another planet. From where the Blackwater Lake used to be, all the way to the Mississippi River 2 miles away, a huge canal or artificial river had been created by tearing through the heart of the earth. The most surprising thing is, this 25 to 30-foot wide new river did not damage a single house or farm of the human settlement. It skillfully meandered past each house, sometimes carving alongside a garden, and merged straight into the main current of the Mississippi River. Within one night, the map of Lanthanum Valley had changed. How thousands of tons of soil were removed in one night without a dredger or any modern machinery, no one had an answer to that. The pitch-black water of the lake had vanished. In its place, the murky water of the Mississippi now flows in that new river. Geologists came to investigate a few days later, but their theories also came to a standstill before this miraculous event. The local elders used to say, when that blood-sucking entity or ghoul fulfills its quota of blood drinking, it returns to its own kingdom through the underground path, and such a river is created in its wake. That tragic memory that happened to my mother's niece in 1929 remains a black chapter in the history of Lanthanum Valley to this day. That river is still there. However, every year during the drought, it suddenly dries up, as if, after finishing its work, it has hidden in the underworld again. Even in the age of science, the water of that miraculous canal still reminds us the answers to some of the world's mysteries are still unknown to humans.
Friends, how did you like this terrifying true story? Must let us know by commenting. Your opinions help us improve our next videos even more. That's all for today. We'll see you again very soon with a new hair-raising incident. If you are new to our channel, then subscribe right now and stay with us by giving a like to the video, because each of your likes and subscriptions encourages us to find more terrifying true stories and bring them before you. And if you have any true story experiences, then definitely let us know. You can send us those stories via email or on our Facebook page. Our email and Facebook page links are given in the video's description box. There you will find us very easily and can share your experiences or incidents with us. The True Story stories sent by you will be published on our The True Shadow Hauntings channel. Your story could be the terrifying mystery of the next episode.